He just slapped my back. I think the reason the stingrays come so close here is because they feed the tarpons, the large fish that you've seen in one of our previous episodes. They're really sneaky, just when you're not expecting it. Something's touching me. They're coming from all angles as well. There's one coming along. I'm kind of curling my toes because I'm still a bit afraid that they might mistake it for something else and just like try to suck it in. So on the top they feel exactly like sharks. Really like sandpaper, and underneath they're really rubbery and soft, and I think they're just roaming around to see if anybody has anything. I know they don't do nothing, but they're quite persistent. I kept bumping into the camera. I think they're very curious about it. Difficult not to step on them as you are walking around here. They're kind of everywhere and they are blurring into the beach as well. There's another one coming. I have the feeling they're really looking for my toes. So stingrays are really, really similar to sharks. Some people say they're just flat sharks, and they eat in the same sort of principle as nut sharks. So they suck their prey in, and they're looking for things kind of buried under the sand. The holes that you can see on the top of their head are actually their breathing holes. They're opening and closing up, and the eyes are just right in front of it. They're very, very small. You can hardly see them. Still not comfortable. So stingrays, like the name suggests, are not completely harmless. They do have a sting in their tail and they can seriously harm you. But usually they're very, very tranquil and they are only using it for humans if they need to defend themselves, obviously. So you just have to move very carefully. Okay, this was definitely the weirdest experience ever. I don't know, it felt like soap was going around. Like, the underside of them was just so squishy. I don't know how to explain it. I would have never thought I'd get that close to a stingray, and they're slithery. Very weird. Curious.
There's a manatee.
Right by the boat. Yeah. It was somewhere here. Before it just came up here next to the dinghy, but I wasn't fast enough. There it is. There. Forward, slowly. Can you see it?
Yeah. It's right there.
Come up.
It looks like a sandy patch.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. I thought, what's floating in the water? Guys, before we come back to this moment, let me take you back a few weeks to when we first arrived in Placencia, Belize. I've been told they have crocodiles here in this part, in the lagoon, but also manatees. And I think I've seen one, but only for a split second. I think it dove and then I could see the big browny fin in the back, but it was a bit further away.
Not the dorsal fin, no?
No, not the dorsal. Because I was coming with these nonsensical things. But I really like this area because people can have their front yard towards the road, and then in the back they have their boat, so you can just drive off or you can boat off.
For me, this reminds me of I don't know guys if you remember the series, it was called Flipper. You remember that?
Who doesn't remember Flipper?
I know, it's not cheesy guys, but I do like that series, and the kid always used to go around with the boat in between the lagoons and things like that. It's very nice.
Kiki actually told me that this is his dream, just being on a small boat like this, going up and down the jungle canal.
Yeah, when I used to watch the series Flipper, I was mesmerized. That's it. That's all I wanted in my life. To have a little boat, go in between the canals, and go out and fish, and simple life. That's all I wanted.
A lot of you probably know Belize is famous for its incredible wildlife. And we made it our mission to find one of this country's most beloved animals. Something I personally dreamed of seeing for many years, the humble manatee. Locals told us the best place to look was the waterway right beside town, a long lagoon running parallel to the small village of Placencia. But despite searching, we found no sign of the elusive sea cow. We're just exiting the canal here, which runs parallel to the main road in Placencia. So you got the life here on the water, and then you also got the life on the road. And we can choose if we want to walk into town or if we
want to dig into town.
Yeah. But you do have to go slow because people live here.
The neighbors don't like the weight. It says it everywhere, but you gotta be respectful.
Yeah, and it's a nice sightseeing trip anyway.
And it's funny because they don't have to go anywhere to see manatees.
Yeah.
The manatees just go in between the canal. I mean, I haven't seen any.
No. Since these gentle marine herbivores usually avoid humans, we figured Placencia might simply be a little too busy. So we sailed out to the Twin Keys, hoping for better luck. These two tiny, barely inhabited islands are separated by a maze of mangrove channels, the perfect habitat for the Antillean manatee. So together with our friend Don and his crew, we set off on our little aquatic safari. But despite searching, we found no sign of the humble manatee. Although one of Don's crew members did manage to spot a manatee from the air. What we did experience, though, was a totally unexpected wildlife encounter of a different kind. A pack of aquatic island dogs. There are dogs swimming here in the lagoon. They're crossing to the other key. They're twin key dogs. Hey, twin key dogs.
Oh, they're so cute.
Oh, guys.
What is their plan?
Maybe they're friends with the manatee.
They know where they're going.
Hey, sweethearts. Oh, you're going to the other side? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they have done this before, though.
Yeah, I would say so. They look really routine. They don't even bother about us.
They don't care about us. I don't know what's going on.
They're so cute.
Hey, guys.
And they don't look like wild dogs either.
No, I don't think they are.
It's very unusual, man.
Difficult
And
for
they're
them.
very well fed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. They get fed on the other side.
Hello.
Hey, doggos.
Oh, they're so cute. Oh.
Hey, guys.
So
I've never seen anything like this. I mean, we're looking for manatees and a bunch of dogs just crossing the lagoon. They're not
Swimming.
interested about us. They're well fed. They know where they're going. It's not like they're lost or anything. I guess we're missing something.
But it's so random because there's no one living here. So
No.
like, where does the dogs?
Yeah.
Like, where are they going? Are they swimming to a whole other key? Like it's very far. You cross them.
Yes.
You know.
Very strange.
We didn't see any manatee. We saw only 5 dogs. Sarah is trying to get the drone back.
Okay, it's been probably close to an hour now, and so far no manatees, no crocofish, no crocodile, no. We saw a small barracuda, this big, and swimming dogs. But apart from that, it's been a little uneventful. Okay.
I feel like they will have seen many things. Like knowing that they'll be like, oh, we saw 10 crocodiles, 20
Manatees.
and we're just frustrated.
Yeah, that's too many. Manatee.
Manatee. Not too bad.
I'm not
Just
sad.
head back because we haven't seen anything. And now I'm begging. Which is sun.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, a little fruitless. Didn't see nothing, and we're grilling here on the dinghy, so I think we have to go into the water, but not here. Back near the mainland, we headed out once more, this time exploring the estuaries of Sapodilla Lagoon with Don, still hoping for that closer manatee encounter. But instead, we were surprised by a crocodile. Oh my god, look!
Crocodile!
Freaking crocodile!
Look at this!
Oh Jesus! Where did it go? I should have not made so much noise. Oh my god, we saw a crocodile!
Crazy, man.
Wow.
We just went on the water.
Just for 1 second.
Yeah, he got scared with the dinghy. We didn't know it was there, otherwise it would turn off the dinghy.
I saw it, and as I saw it, it left. So yeah, I guess they're more scared of us than we are scared of them. So long story short, guys, we pretty much started to give up on the whole thing when suddenly one appeared right next to our boat, right here in Kikoka.
Oh, it's coming up, it's coming up. Hello, manatee. Oh, nice.
I didn't realize they're so big. It's just right next to Kuba here swimming around, but it keeps diving and then we can't really see it because it adopts the same color as the ground. It's kind of beigey brown.
Oh, there it is. It's coming up, it's coming up. There you are. Oh, wow. Oh, hello. Look how in the water.
It's like an underwater elephant. Like a cow.
Elephant, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely eating, or it just wants to throw us off.
I think you want to just, it's a decoy. I think he wants to go away.
Yeah, it wants to disappear.
I think that's the defense mechanism. He steers up sand and then they all look like manatees.
Yeah, and you can't see anymore where it went. I think it just ate and left us with a
It's just a plume.
yes, smoke
Sand.
bomb or something. This guy.
Oh,
Oh, it's making a lot of clouds.
he's interesting.
Disturbing the bottom. Man, we saw a manatee! Close up!